can see it beat, intoxicating your energy. First time in so long you felt the heat, evaporating your bindings. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like
Hello, welcome to Tallinn, the capital of Estonia. I'm David, and I will be your tour guide as I show you some of these historic, amazing sites in the Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1997. Now, right now, we're in the Townhall Square. Between all these richly painted medieval houses, one building really stands out, the limestone Town Hall. Built in 1404, it's the only remaining Gothic-style town hall in all of Northern Europe. Now, as this is an interactive tour, you actually choose where we go next. So, where would you like to go? Now this is where history was made. We're currently in the Danish King Garden, where, according to legend, is actually where Denmark got its flag, the Dannebrog. Now, in 1219, Valdemar II was attempting to conquer the land from the then pagan Estonians. It didn't seem like they were going to win the battle, so Valdemar II, after a particularly long praying session, he saw from the sky a red flag with a white cross on it. After this, he knew God was on his side, and then they proceeded to take over the area. And they actually ruled the area until 1346, when a Danish family needed a little bit of money, and, well, they sold it to the German noblemen. And here we are. So, where to next? The best way to see Tallinn Old Town? From the top, of course. Just take a look around. You can see marks of 1,000 years of foreign rule in the local heritage. Buildings from the Swedes, Danes, Germans, Poles, and Russians. They're all visible in this old Estonian town. This is the view from the top of the Town Hall Tower. Quite spectacular, isn't it? So, where would you like to go to next? Walking the street of Tallinn's Old Town, you often feel like you've been transported back to a historical era. Everywhere you look, there's something to be seen. For example, to the right here, we've got the Great Guild House, where the richest and most powerful merchants in Estonia would gather together to plan their escapades. On the left here, we've got the Church of the Holy Ghost. On its side is the oldest still working public clock in all of Estonia, ticking since 1682. Now, where would you like to go next in your travel? So right now, we're hidden away in a little courtyard on Venice Street. Merchants used to make most of their wealth from the export of grains and linen, although some would also do it through the transit of luxury items like salt or spices. It's actually why Tallinn is sometimes called the city that was built upon salt. Although nowadays, most of the shops here are made up of artist studios, handcraft shops, and lovely little cafes. It's a perfect place for a lovely summer's evening or a snowy winter's day. So, where would you like to go next? This is the Dome Church. Founded in 1219 after Catholic Crusaders conquered the land. It's actually become one of the main Lutheran churches within Estonia. The walls are decorated by astounding coats of armor from from the 17th to 19th century local families. You can see things on them such as castles, lions, even unicorns. In fact, it's somewhat like Game of Thrones, except for this is the real deal. So, where would you like to travel to next? Welcome to Townhall Pharmacy, the oldest still running pharmacy in the entire world. In fact, records indicate that by 1422, the premise already had its third owner. The pharmacy actually still sells two of the original medieval remedies. One is a spiced wine called claret, which is used to cure any illness. The other is a marzipan cake, which is supposed to mend a broken heart. I hope it still works. But where would you like to go to next? Tallinn, or Revel, as it was called in the Middle Ages, became such a beautiful city largely based on joining the Hanseatic League in the 14th century. The league itself was operated by German merchants who also happened to be the rulers of the city. Now, right now we find ourselves in Old Hansa. Used to be a German merchant warehouse, but has since become a medieval restaurant. Now, if you're a history lover, absolutely love this place. You can have a play quarrel with your waitress, have a sip of delicious honey beer, or enjoy a little bit of bear meat. Believe me, if history is what you're looking for, you're gonna find it here. Now, thank you for joining me on this virtual tour. It has come to an end, but if you'd like to go to any of the previous destinations, then feel free to do so now.
Over your skin you can see it beat, intoxicating your energy. First time in so long you felt the heat.